Pero bueno, ¿qué tal, chicos y chicas? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos una vez más a mi canal. Bienvenidos de nuevo a nuestra nueva misión con el agente 47. Nos toca la misión Muerte en la Familia. Fue justo después de la primera misión, obviamente, en la cima del mundo, que como recordaréis, fue en el edificio más alto del mundo, pero en los Emiratos Árabes, ¿vale? Así que vamos a darle misión Muerte en la Familia. Antes de comenzar, me he fijado, fíjate que comenté en el primer episodio que os comenté que esta nueva trilogía es como una mezcla entre, bueno, el Hitman original y James Bond, porque tiene muchas herramientas, no tanto como los videojuegos originales de Hitman, que apenas tenías nada, te lo tenías que buscar tú todo. Y aparte que eran misiones mucho más clandestinas, mucho más oscuras, mucho más sin ningún tipo de tecnología o de apoyo logístico, como nos realizan en esta nueva trilogía de Hitman, en la que nos apoya mucho Diana, nos apoya también mucho Grey, aparte de los utensilios que podemos llevar a las misiones. Los originales te tenías que buscar tú la vida, era todo mucho más oscuro, te seguía la policía, tenías, al menos en la historia, tenías la policía detrás todo el tiempo, era mucho en las sombras. Esto es mucho más James Bond, tío, mucho más como si fuese un espía, ¿vale? Y resulta que los creadores los desarrolladores de Hitman van a comenzar o están en desarrollo de un nuevo juego de 007. Fíjate tú, chaval. Yo creo que es una buena decisión que estos desarrolladores estén desarrollando un juego de 007, porque les pega mucho, ¿eh? Esperemos que no pillen demasiadas cosas de Hitman, porque me da que van a pillar bastantes cosas de Hitman. Mucho reciclado en plan de texturas, de modelados y demás. Tienen que mejorar, porque gráficamente este juego se ve bien, pero el modelado de personajes es de hace 5 años, ¿vale? El modelado de los personajes al menos. Pero bueno, vamos al lío, que me enrollo. Final del trayecto.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Ojo, una misión en una mansión, tú. Qué nostalgia, loco.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
O sea, matar a Carlyle, conseguir documentos. Copiado. Y el traje vamos con el nuevo. Aunque tengo un montón de trajes. Como veis de haberlo reservado, el Trinity Pack, bastante bonito. Me gusta mucho el traje negro. Entero de negro con la corbata y la camisa. Este es del modo fantasma, ¿cómo se llamaba? Era un modo del Hitman 2, ¿vale? Que está bien, muy bonito este. Era un traje que se conseguía en un modo que era multijugador. Eran 2 asesinos, tú eras uno, obviamente, y el que primero matase el objetivo ganaba puntos. ¿Vale? Vamos a verla así al tirón. Y básicamente si consigues una puntuación, te damos ese traje.
The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Qué nostalgia, tío. Había una misión del Hitman Contracts, el primer juego de Hitman que yo jugué, que salió en 2004. Era de una mansión muy parecida a esta. Creo que se han basado mucho en ella. Porque ese cuadro que habéis visto detrás de Carly, que es ella básicamente con una escopeta y un perro, es exactamente igual a un cuadro que había en esa misión, pero con el... obviamente con el objetivo que había. Vamos a hacer una cosa antes de comenzar. Vale, yo os recomiendo que quitéis esto. Guía de la historia de la misión. Detallada. Se ven todas las pistas de las guías. Los guiones de seguimiento se muestran cuando sigues una historia de la misión. Los objetivos se muestran en la interfaz parcial. No se muestran los iconos de seguimiento. Las pistas y objetivos de las guías son visibles en la interfaz. Os recomiendo que al menos pongáis esto en parcial. ¿Vale? Detalladas como hemos estado jugando en la primera misión, que te indica con la bombilla esa donde tienes que ir. Yo os recomiendo parcial. Os pone arriba a la izquierda lo que tenéis que hacer aún. Pero ya os tenéis que buscar vosotros la vida, ¿vale? Os recomiendo eso y lo de que os salga encima la bolita esta de los personajes que os pueden descubrir. Y os tenéis que fijar un poco en el minimapa. Esto. Os recomiendo que le dejéis en no y esas 2 opciones. Y vais a disfrutar mucho más del videojuego.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Vale, supongo que tengamos que pillar su traje. Siga el detective privado. Vamos a meternos a la sneaky. Va a ser un poco complicado. Pero bueno. También os recomendaría que os quitéis la visión esta. Pero bueno, así os ayuda un poco a ver objetos que podáis coger.
But I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
Puedo cruzar. Hola.
What I need. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. I could just cry.
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Creo que no vamos a conseguir el asesino silencioso ya. Por el tema de... Vale, cuidado. Por el tema de que me han visto. Pero bueno, tampoco estoy intentando conseguir el asesino silencioso. Simplemente quiero averiguar sobre la historia. Vale. Mía. Elemental, querida Diana. Reúnete con Alexa Carlisle en el recibidor. No sé si es exactamente igual que la mansión que os comentaba de Hitman Contracts, pero se parece bastante, ¿eh? También era de madera.
That
Vale.
is Alexa Carlisle, unofficial leader of the Provenance Partners, and last one to be
A
alive.
great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlisle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zacharie's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Sigue el señor Fernsby. Joder. Investigación, ¿eh? Ahí ha mejorado un poco el minicuesteo este, ¿no?
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlisle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you.
Hello, sir.
That there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlisle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlisle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlisle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Vale.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Registra el dormitorio de Zachary. Ver informe. Habitación de Zachary. La habitación de Zachary Carlisle, el hermano pequeño de Alexa Carlisle, y el residente de la mansión Thorbridge. La habitación se encuentra... Como este es el cementerio. Hostia, mola, ¿eh? Esto. Antes no era tan elaborado el tema del cuesteo. Sacar el libro.
A hidden door.
Vale, un segundo. Vamos a mirar primero lo demás.
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Teléfono con cámara. Escaneando en phone. Muy bien. ¿Y qué quieres que haga? No entiendo. Palabra.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Vale, muerto por veneno. Y un portátil.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Un ordenador que estaba en la habitación de Zachary Carlisle. Parece ser que Zachary está... Como nos ha comentado ella. Coger carta de suicidio a Zachary.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
La carta de suicidio... Pone, me persiguen los nefastos errores del pasado y sus absorbentes consecuencias. Alexa era la balsa que me mantenía a flote. Sin ella no puedo seguir adelante. Adiós, está firmada por 𝚎𝚙𝚃. Vale, el tema es que estaba todo cerrado, ¿no? Dijeron. Lo único... Vale, en este cristal por detrás debe de ser que se puede ver desde el otro lado, yo pienso.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Mirar. Vale, tiene visión de las puertas que suben al tercer piso o al segundo. Esto es para abrir. Encima tiene una... plano de la mansión.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
¿Y este agujero dónde da? Vale, esta otra salida. Aquí necesita un objeto. Vale, tendríamos que comparar las cartas. Una carta de 𝚎𝚙𝚃 normal. Y un guardia afuera, A ver, ¿puedo hacer algo más aquí, güey? Whisky escaneado. El informe. Una botella y un vaso de whisky que estaban en la mesa. Vale, sin más. Ojo, ¿esto qué es? Romper cierre. Vale, un acceso. Bueno, veo novedades, ¿eh? No se han estancado. Es muy continuista el juego. Pero bueno, han metido cosillas. No sé, para mí no es excusa para sacar otro juego. Exactamente igual. ¿Dónde está el...? A ver. Igual está abajo, ¿no? ¿La entrada? Aquí está.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47.
Vale. Hostia, son muchos, Zachary Carlyle. El hermano pequeño de Alexa. Esta mañana encontró a Zachary muerto en la cama. A pesar de la carta de suicidio, Alexa está convencida de que fue un asesinato. Gregory Carlyle. El hijo mayor de Alexa Carlyle. Su posible sospechoso del asesinato. Edward Carlyle. Rebecca Carlyle. Hija pequeña. Hijo mediano. Emma, que es la esposa de Gregory y la nuera de la señora Carlyle. Patrick Carlyle, hijo mayor de Emma y Gregory. Señor Fernsby, interrogado.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Buf, ¿y dónde están, amigo? Interroga a los sospechosos y registra los lugares de interés. Vale. ¿Esto quién es? Esto es un guardia.
Why don't we get any kind of explanation? It's bloody rude, that's what it is. Making us come here to play funeral and then show up like nothing's the least bit strange.
Oh, don't get your knickers all twisted.
I'm telling you, she's not fit to be in charge anymore.
Vale, esa es Emma. La cuestión es... Y desde aquí... Interruptor misterioso. Objeto necesario. Tenemos que encontrar el objeto. Vale, vamos a interrogar a los de abajo. Ya de paso. Este capítulo igual se me hace más largo. Por el tema de que no tenemos ayudas. Encuentra el informe. Tampoco sabemos dónde está el informe. Es la putada. Supongo que está en el despacho de Alexa. ¿Este quién es? 𝙳𝚙𝚃𝚃𝚅.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Gregory, el hijo mayor de Alexa, asegura que a la hora de la muerte de Zachary él estaba tomando unas cervezas con Edward. Lo hizo para huir de los dolores de cabeza de Emma y de su odiosa hermanita Rebecca. Describe a Zachary como un alcohólico que acabó recluyéndose y desarrollando una extraña pasión por las plantas raras. Antes de eso, a Gregory le encanta ver que su madre cometió errores y dice estar disfrutando un espectáculo. Vale, vamos a preguntar a Emma.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Vale, asegura haberse ido a la cama con una migraña insufrible. Justo cuando Edward y Gregory empezaron a beber, en torno a las 8 de la tarde de ayer. Emma dice que Zachary siempre fue un tipo raro. Debido a su fascinación por las plantas, dice que como mínimo considera a la señora Carlyle parcialmente responsable de su supuesto suicidio, ya que permitió que Zachary se recluyese de esa forma. Finalmente, Emma asegura que no ha visto nada fuera de lo normal, salvo por el hecho de que Zachary parecía deprimido tras la supuesta pérdida de su hermana, señora Carlisle. Aquí iconos de cámara. No sé exactamente para qué. Se tiene que ser fuera o arriba. Vale, tenemos a 2 interrogados.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's death?
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried about your mental health, Emma. But sorry, I'm having too much fun enjoying the circus.
No creo que hayan sido estos, de momento. Vale, aquí hay otro. Esta es Rebeca, creo. ¿No? No es Patrick.
About a month now.
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? Let's pick this up later.
Patrick Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Echa la culpa, tío. Patrick asegura que a la hora de la muerte de Zachary estaba con una miembro del personal llamada Rosie. De que Zachary da un mal rollo que flipas. Y que no tiene ambición alguna. También añade que el difunto tenía un futuro brillante por delante, pero renunció a todo para vivir aislado. Por último, Patrick sugiere que es posible que Zachary se haya suicidado, aunque tampoco descarta que haya sido obra del señor Fernsby. Creo que el niñato este está un poco flipado, es lo que pasa. Vale, fuera hay alguien, pero es un guardia.
Relax, man. I said I'd get you money. It's just gonna take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my fault? Calm the fuck down, Ant. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlisle. I'm made of money. Just lean back and enjoy the interest. Meanwhile, go and have some drinks on me. No, Christ, I'm gonna hang up. Let's talk when you calm the fuck down.
Vale, vamos a mirar en otro ala, porque seguramente haya un miembro más por la planta baja. ¿Esto qué es? Staff room. Podemos entrar.
I deserve romance.
Vamos a preguntar.
41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time.
Vamos a preguntarle de todas formas.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Vale, ha dicho que ha visto a Emma.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
I never thought of it that way.
La oficina del señor Fernsby, el mayordomo, se puede acceder ahí a través del almacén de la sala del personal, en la planta baja de la mansión. Vuelo de golf. Tizador. Ya hay maestra en la mansión. Esto me viene del ojo. Si podemos abrir cualquier puerta.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47?
Podríamos utilizar eso. Pero... coño, tengo curiosidad de... Tengo curiosidad de qué va a pasar.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess.
Shakespeare aclaró desde un primer momento que anoche estuvo trabajando en su oficina y por lo tanto no tiene coartada.
That he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Sí, vamos a investigar más, ¿no? Es interesante todo esto. Comedor. Discurso de Edward. Las notas de Edward Carlyle para el panegírico que está preparando para el falso funeral de su madre. La letra no coincide con el de la carta de suicidio. Vale, Edward obviamente... Tampoco es, porque aparte estuvo con su hermano. Pero vamos a preguntar de otras formas.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff were all the company he had. If that's all, I have a...
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Este no es. Coartada confirmada. Vale. Este tampoco. Y obviamente Gregory Carlisle tampoco. Vale, pues ha tenido que ser... o Rebecca o Emma. Ha sido interrogada, Emma. Pero han dicho que... ¿A quién vieron fuera? A ver. Asegura haberse ido a la cama con una migraña insufrible justo cuando Edward y Gregory empezaron a beber, en torno a las 8 de la tarde. Me dice... finalmente... vale. Nos queda... Rebecca. ¿Quién estará Rebecca, tío? Vale, esto es lo de las plantas.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure. But he was upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said they let him stay here, but Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out the first chance she got. And now we'll never know.
Oh my, you're taking this hard, aren't you?
Están de espaldas, me van a ver. Por aquí puedo entrar. Tiene que haber alguna prueba. Puedo pillar esto.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
Reparar equipo de destilación.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlisle is next in line for a poisoning.
¡Hostia! Si quieren cargar también a la Lex.
Sore. You have a way with words, Stan.
Qué voz tan profunda tiene ese tío, ¿no? Vale, vamos a subir para arriba, porque no son de esta Rebeca, tío. Finalizar investigación, no. Vamos para arriba. Vamos a ir mirando las habitaciones. Tiene que ser Rebecca o Emma. Emma creo que la han visto fuera.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Vale. Vale. Sospecha. Están para caminar. Un baño. Vale, tengo aquí para usar la cámara. Los zapatos. Fue Emma la que salió.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Mamma mía, tú. ¿Pero qué familia es esta, hermano? Llavero del invernadero.
For the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder?
Llavero del invernadero. Falta la llave, igualmente. La carta detalla que el padre de Emma era el difunto Montgomery Carlisle, el hermano mayor de Alexa y Zachary, que fue asesinado por sus dos hermanos pequeños. Por lo visto, los dos asesinos desconocían el hecho de que la madre de Emma estaba embarazada. Habitación de Zachary. Me queda una pista.
You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby.
O sea, que es ella, 100%.
There are more secrets to uncover.
A menos que tal... Vale, vale. A ver, yo también creo que es ella. Porque ya nos han dado varios testimonios de que la han visto por ahí. Y me falta aquí una prueba y no sé dónde puede estar, tío. Una carta o algo, ¿no? Y si os fijáis... Claro, falta el objeto por el que entraron aquí, ¿eh?
I wonder what you would do. Attack? Regroup? Close the gates and wait it out?
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Vamos a ver por aquí. Dos pistas aquí. Un ordenador y...
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Vale. Es Emma, 100%. Si lo sospechas, es Emma. Es que solo queda el mayordomo y ella, tío. Y esto nos va a decir que no es la misma letra. El cuaderno de Rebeca, en la que se hospeda. Las notas giran en torno a varios activos de los Carlisle, así como sobre una reunión con la junta que tuvo lugar a la noche anterior. Nah, es Emma, tú. Limpieza en casa. Pero me falta una prueba. Me falta una prueba de... Falta una prueba aquí, tío. No sé qué pueda ser. ¿El atizador? Un viejo bastón cuyo pomo tiene forma de cabeza de bulldog. Forma del señor Fresh. Y esto es lo que va a abrir esto, ¿verdad? Vamos, me juego el cuello. Pues ya estaría. Pensé que nos iba a dejar dos sospechosos. Espero que no me digan nada por llevar esto. Pensé que nos iba a dejar dos sospechosos y dejarnos a nuestra decisión, ¿no? O investigación, quién...
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Ok. Bastante... Me ha gustado, ¿eh? este miniquesteo de investigación y tal. Me hubiese molado alguna especie de puzzle o algo. Pero bueno, no está mal. Te cuenta un poco el lore de la familia también. Que eso quieras que no. Mola. La última planta, despacho de Alexa, supongo. O habitación de Alexa. Ahí estarán los documentos, o el informe. No me gusta mucho este modo detective, o este modo... No sé. Modo detective en plan Batman, ¿no? Te marca todo, tío. Igual hasta me lo desactivo también.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Acusar a Emma. Acusar a Zachary. What?
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother, Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost, marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlyle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
Informe.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the Constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me.
No sé si la he hallado.
So many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here.
Oh.
I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then. The file you want is in the safe. God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Sir.
Vale.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
¿Qué está pasando? Bueno, ¿en serio no me ha visto este? ¿Los royales? Algo pasa con Diana. Tenemos que largarnos a toda hostia. Tengo las llaves de la barca. La vi antes, lo que pasa es que vamos a pasar cerca del cadáver, ¿eh?
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Jesus. Maestro de la casa, completado. Un montón de logros, ¿eh? Me ha gustado esta. Era interesante lo de investigar y tal. Igual podíamos matar a la nuera para conseguir... Pero... No sé, como se fue sola al balcón, digo, ya la tiro de paso. No le debe nada. Algo ha pasado, ¿eh?
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Pinta mal, amigo.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Somos ese.
Walk away! Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Son muchos, tío.
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
Y Gray se ha pegado un tiro, tío.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
¿Eso ha sido a Olivia? ¿O he intentado contactar con Diana? Supongo que a Olivia, ¿no? Pero bueno, gente, vamos a ir dejando aquí el capitulazo. Me ha salido un capítulo bastante largo, 1 hora y 10 minutos, tú. Buah, pero el tema de la investigación me ha molado. A ver las siguientes misiones si siguen en esta línea, ¿eh? Pero esta ha estado muy bien, ¿eh? Un poco con nostalgia por ser una mansión tipo Hitman Contracts. Lo que pasa es que un solo objetivo me ha parecido raro, porque suelen ser mínimo 2 a la vez. Pero bueno, espero que os haya molado. Si es así, ya sabéis que podéis apoyar la serie con vuestro comentario, con vuestro me gusta, suscribiros si no estáis y nos vemos en la siguiente misión. Chao, gente.